Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, baby mums and baby dads, welcome to another episode of Take It to the Rim podcast with myself, Rods, aka I work for ESPN.
Oh my gosh.
I work for ESPN, bruv. That's my team. Yeah. So
Got Stephen A. Smith and Shams and them, man. Yeah, Manchester
Them
freelance.
that's what I'm saying. Me and Woj, it's me and Woj. You like this? So stop asking me about my teams, bro. That's my team, ESPN. Yeah. I'm in a lot of pain right now, bro. I'm in a lot of pain.
Guy took L's, bro.
I ain't taking those. What's six and East?
Wait, no.
What's six and East?
Introduce you, then let me get on to you.
What East? What's
How
six and
dare
East?
you?
What's six and East? Come on.
Huh?
And today,
No.
I'm here with LA Jules in the building.
Back in the building.
Come on, it's a parade in my city, yeah.
It's a parade. We going into the playoffs, man. Play in.
So we're gonna start with
No, before we start, bro. What is your team, fam? A man can't be saying I'm working for ESPN. Big man, you started the season as a Nets fan. Then you said you got traded when Kyrie did.
no. I said I'm in free agency.
You said you got traded when Kyrie did. So you're saying about how Luka's your GOAT in that.
I didn't say Luka's my GOAT. I just said people need to leave him alone, innit?
So you were riding for Kyrie. So where are you, bro?
Bro, you know what it is, yeah? Six in the East, innit, man?
Oh my, he's gone back.
Brooklyn Bridges right here. Bruh, bruh. Ah.
Somebody hold this guy, bro.
Listen, and I said it from before,
Oh no.
and I will say it again for the people in the back. When it comes to this NBA thing, I am a hoe. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you say. I will do what I want. Okay? If I have to get down and dirty, pause, I will. If I have to switch sides, pause, I will. Yeah? I will split in two. Delilah.
My gosh.
So don't chat to me, yeah? I'm from the East, Brooklyn Bridges. I'm from the West, yeah? Dallas. So I'm the Brooklyn Dallas Bridges,
Damn.
yeah? That's it. That's it. Free agency, we'll see where I go with it. I got a couple offers. A couple franchises want me in. So I'm waiting it after postseason because I've got to keep it professional, you know what I mean? What can I say?
Can't reveal it on the podcast.
Exactly. This is inside information. Shams.
Bloody yeah.
So I want to talk about you guys,
Yes.
your team. It's been a mad revival.
Yeah. You could say
Can't
that.
lie.
You could say that.
But for All-Star break, you lot were looking terrible. Cheeks, expired milk, done,
Ouch.
finished.
Yeah.
Made a couple trades,
Mm.
and now it's completely changed. Like everything has changed, and you're now 7th seed
Yep.
from flirting with 10th and 11th.
Bro, we've got our first plus 500, or when we first got our plus, it was the first plus 500 we had since
Yeah,
January 2022.
mad.
That's a whole 13, 14 months of being under 500. Like that is absolutely shambolic, fam.
That's mad.
But even like our last 10, like in our last 10 was 7-3, playing very, very, very good. I think we won 4 in a row anyway before we had a back-to-back against the Clippers, which is just insane. I mean, one away game in Utah, and the next game at home in the back-to-back. It is what it is. LeBron was right what he said. But we've played well, played a lot of good basketball. people are more healthy, so that yesterday our whole roster was healthy, but lately it's been AD. LeBron's come back. AD's been dominating, barring yesterday against the Clippers, but he's been dominating. And I think we're in a position now where the healthy Lakers is a problem, and teams don't want it. Like, fair enough, these Clipper fans like Cam, their man there, can say, oh, they've beaten us X amount of times in a row. It's about when it counts, big man. Will you man be there when it counts?
Bro,
And
will
if
you man be there?
Don't worry about arting, my brother.
You guys have lost 11 straight to
11
the Clippers.
straight. I don't care about that.
Bro, if it's a series, you got swept.
That doesn't mean nothing.
Twice.
You got swept last season. Brooklyn Bridges, yeah, to the Celtics. So you can have that. We don't get swept. I'll be super honest. And I'll tell you here this here now. LeBron and AD have never lost a playoff series together while healthy. Never. When we lost, AD went out against the Suns. We couldn't do it. The year before, we were champs. Look. Last year we didn't make it because they were both unfit. Now, you're seeing it. 4th season and that. Get me. Made the trades. It's happening. Look, us in the playoffs were a problem. If we get like Sacramento, I don't like them because they're very high scoring, high energy. They're like buzzing bees that deliver. And their buzziness is jarring because they're actually good. I would have taken Memphis, bruv.
What, you wouldn't want to see Sacramento first round?
I would, and I wouldn't. Now, I'll take them, obviously, over the Suns. So the Clippers have shot themselves in the foot. Yeah, well done, mate. Go and get the Suns first round. Yeah, trophy, innit? Yeah. Like, who wants to face the Suns first round, bro? Like, it's calm. I don't want to face the Suns, bro. Like, second round, cool. We both, not first round, bro. Then, you got us versus Golden State. So we are 1 game off Golden State, which is a big deal. So Golden State are currently sitting at 40... They're sitting at 42-38, and we're sitting at 41-39.
Okay.
It's very close. Every game we play between now and the end of the season, there's only 2, is vital, but it's tight. I mean, 1 win swings, and we've got the tiebreaker, which people have to remember. So we get that win, they get that defeat, we swing up into that playoff place. And same with the Pelicans, all right. They've got the same record as us. We've got the tiebreaker over them, but... Yeah. The Pelicans and the Golden State Warriors is also a touchy one. So right now, the West is separated. I mean, you've got the Clippers on 42-38. Golden State 40, they're on the 5th seed. Golden State in the 6th seed, 42-38. Lakers, 7th seed, 41-39. Pelicans, 41-39, 8th seed. Minnesota, 40-40, are the 9th seed. Between the Clippers and Minnesota, there's 2 games separating us. And there's 2 games of the season remaining. It is mad.
Very important games. So the issue I have with the Lakers, yeah.
We don't want your issues.
I've got an issue. I got a few. Obviously, I understand it's not a playoff series, but it's a bit concerning that you've lost to the Clippers 11 straight times. And it just seems like they have your number. Like, they know how to defend you guys. They know how to attack you guys. And they know how to win against you guys. And I have issues. Yeah? I have issues. Because I even want to... I had to pull up the game as well on the scores because I'm going to go through the issues. My first issue is that I don't trust... So, I don't trust... Darvin Ham to get you guys.
Hey,
I don't trust him.
Darwin, you mean?
Darwin, whatever, Dahu, Dahini, Dashiki.
Do not kill me.
I don't trust Coach Ham to get you guys there. He's a bit crankum. He's a bit like it's questionable. So first, Coach Ham, I'm a bit skeptical about him. Yeah.
Tell me why.
I just think, okay, his rotations sometimes are poor.
I agree.
I don't really like them. The momentum that he should get off the bench, because of his choices and his rotations, it doesn't work out to how it should be done. Defensively, in transition, you guys are quite shocking. And I don't know what. Well, actually, I do know why that is because, well, with the starters is a bit, you know what I mean? Because you got Vanderbilt, he's there to defend, so that's an improvement. Your next, well, the first best defender, you got AD and Vanderbilt, so you got those two. Not really going to count on LeBron right. Well, in the postseason, that's when he kind of shows, okay, I can play defense. So that one, cool. D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves. I mean, maybe D'Lo can. I don't know. Like, I'm not too sure. Yeah, but that boy Reeves getting cooked. I'm sorry, that boy Reeves getting cooked. Terrible in transition. And then against the Clippers, yeah. This is what annoyed me. Yeah, I'm gonna go on it now. Box score. I'm gonna box score because now my issue with the players. Let's do this. Let me bring up Lakers. Okay, cool. So Vanderbilt gave you 8 points. Obviously, he's mainly there to defend, so I'm not really counting him to score as much. But still, give me a young little 10.
Yeah, that's
give me a young
I'm
little
not
10.
mad at that though.
He got 8, cool. But if you're gonna get 8, at least stop somebody. You know, but he's still there to defend. He's a good defender, so cool. LeBron always shows up. 46 points. Okay, cool. He lost. 33, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. I mean, he showed up. Efficient from the free, 66% from the free, 65% field goal. LeBron shows up, and he was attacking Kawhi like no man's business as well. Kawhi didn't look like any type of kryptonite. But then this is where my issue goes. Your second best player, your first option really, and then the next best player, Anthony Davis. 11 rebounds, cool. 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, cool, but 17 points. Bro, Norman Powell outscored AD. That's a problem. Like, AD can't be given these small, and he does this all the time as well. He can't be having 17 points.
The thing is,
that's
though,
20. He should be 25 minimum.
Hear me out. Usually,
25
I'm
minimum.
with you on this AD slander, and I am usually on it because I think I agree. Sometimes he doesn't perform when he needs to in certain games where if he does, the Lakers get the victory in it. But I think you look at last night, and there's 2 factors in it, and I'm not gonna slay AD too much because of one. In our 4-game winning streak, he's been absolutely insane. He got 38, 38, 40. He was absolutely insane in our 4-game winning streak. And even yesterday, there was like coming off a back-to-back. Like back-to-backs are hard enough. But back-to-back when you've travelled. So it's an away, home back-to-back. That's tricky. NBA doing that is a bit fishy. I don't mind if it's a back-to-back, at least keep it home. Or keep an away back-to-back where it's like opposing teams can play like the Clippers. Like what Chicago had last week, where they played us and they played the Clippers. Similar to if we go, don't know, Texas or something, then we play Houston, then we play San Antonio. It's not that far. But coming from Utah away back to LA, you're taking in flight, jet lag, then you're suiting up the night before, balling out. We went OT, we got the victory, but we went OT, suiting up the next day, flying back, suiting up, and then playing again. Bearing in mind, he's dropped minutes and games over the last 4. I'm not excusing it. Look, 17 points ain't great, but I'm just saying this one, I'm not going to get onto him. And also, you look at last night, like, we hit 50.6% from the field. Clippers hit 52.4. 3-pointers, we hit 41.4%, which is good for us. Clippers hit 44.4%. Big difference here was the free throw percentage. They hit 85.2%. We were 66.7%.
How many free throws did they get? They got 20. What,
they got 27 free throws. They made 23 out of 27. We got 24 free throws. We made 16.
Okay.
All right. Bearing in mind, it's a 7-point defeat.
Yeah.
If we even get to that, if we get 6 out of those free throws, we're possibly in a position where the game isn't so drab at the end, where they're so far away. Or do you know what I mean? There's moments where points might swing.
say 7 game, right? If AD gets 25, that's already one. That's
I heard that on the AD side, but even when you're looking at the rebounds, we had more rebounds than them. We had more offensive rebounds than them. In terms of assists, we had more assists than them. So things swang in our way, things swang in their way. The things I'm happy to see, even in defeat, is that 3-point percentage at 41.4%, which is good. I mean, very rare air. And the field goal percent at being at 50. And it's hard to over-criticize the team at a 50% scoring defeat.
I mean,
but you can criticize AD for not being more aggressive. But I'm just saying, for once, I believe there is a little bit of reason. And there's no more back-to-backs for the rest of us for the rest of the season, even in the playoffs. So
I think
he can't have these games.
He can't, because you can't do that. And my thing is, bro, LeBron's 38. He played OT. He scored 9 points. He put a lot of minutes on his body and was still able to show up.
We have to also understand
AD should have showed up.
AD's been there though, and he's been showing up. Even like there was
for that. Obviously, that before that. Don't get me wrong. Before that, he's been amazing on this 100%. But it's just the Clippers. He's always shaky, and then just for me, it just raises questions. Okay, in a playoff series, how is it gonna happen? Are they gonna get to him where he gets frustrated and then just starts becoming a jump shooter, and he's not aggressive inside the paint where he has the ability to? What's going to happen? Because
I think the question of that will only occur if we face them. Do you know what I mean? Right now, where we're seeded, it's impossible for us to face each other in the first round. Do you know what I mean? So I think if we somehow get to the second round, both teams, and we're positioned to face each other, no doubt we can revisit this conversation. I think the questions can be valid. What can AD, and we can really sit down and analyse a lot of the things, what he's done against the Clippers in recent times, which has not been great. Then we can have that discussion. But I think right now we're in such a good place, like from where we were. I'm not going to sit there and criticise AD, who has been outstanding. Bearing in mind we've won 4 out of our last 5. He's been balling in all of those, and it was, like I said, a back-to-back where we travelled. But also on my team, listen, I have to give credit to way players have stepped up. The trades worked for us, which is great.
100%.
And there's little things that I forgot to even mention in the chat today. Like, there's so much of these tight games that have gone against us. Remember Dallas? You remember the one Cam went to in Boston, where we got shagged in the last second of the last minute of the game. There's about 4 or 5 games this season where, and people might say, all right, all teams get it, but we actually had NBA reports saying we missed that call. We got that call wrong. Like, for example, the Tatum and LeBron, the game Cam went to,
that was
swap that around. Do you know what I mean? This is what
need to start getting fined or missing games,
because a game that you think about our record, take away a defeat, add a victory. Do you know what I mean? That automatically puts us above Golden State. Do you know what I mean? Because we'll have the same record, we have the tiebreaker. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna make it, but right now we're in a good position. Like, we're 7th seed. Many people didn't believe we would be there. Look at the work we started. We were 2-10. Like, it was curtains. So for us to be in the position that we are, I'm happy, because I know for sure we're making the play-in. There's no way we can't make the play-in right now. 2 games to go. We shouldn't really drop out of that 7th, 8th bracket. And to us, it's just about securing home court if we are the 7th seed. If we get the 6th seed, it is what it is. We can go up against Memphis, if I'm right, innit? Yeah, Memphis.
Or Kings. Who will be Kings if you go 6?
No, Kings is
3rd seed.
No, Kings is 7th. No, Kings are 3rd. Oh yeah, sorry. If we get 6th, apologies. Yeah, so we'll get Kings if we in Golden State's position, or we face Memphis.
The thing is, I think you guys are giving way too many minutes to Troy Brown.
Thing about him is Gerald. Yeah, this guy hates Troy Brown Jr. He thinks he's absolute ass.
I'm in agreements with him. Like, fair enough, Rui didn't have like a very good game because he kind of supposed to give that defensive support and everything as well. So offensively, all right, cool. And Mo Bamba's out, so you have to give Wenyen minutes. And I don't know when Mo Bamba's going to be back.
That's a big problem.
That's the thing. That's an issue because you guys need him in the post. Because I'm sorry, but if you're having Wenyen playing, but like that bench unit is getting cooked.
That's why I think you've seen it, innit? We're trying out Tristan Thompson, like quite a few of these centers and that. We're trying to.
I hear it. I mean, I wouldn't say Tristan Thompson. I don't know. I mean, bro, I'm
Wenyan?
sorry, but-
Have
Okay,
you
cool,
seen
but
Wenyan?
Did you see Tristan Thompson in the warm up when he was in Chicago trying to do those hook shots and he was bricking everything?
Everyone, I know.
Come on, I'm sorry, that's arse. And yeah, so obviously Mo Bamba, that's a big question because you need that because at least he can space the floor, he can get rebounds, can defend. And this is where I kind of come. I'm thinking like, why is Lonnie Walker not getting minutes?
It don't make sense to me.
It makes no
either.
sense. You're letting Troy Brown,
Mm.
like defensively, cool. Troy Brown because he's 6'7". Lonnie Walker's what 6'5", 6'4".
Mm.
I think he's about 6'4". So I hear that, but bro, I'm 100% sure if Lonnie Walker jumps and Troy Brown Jr. jumps, Lonnie Walker's gonna get higher and he's gonna be in the air for long because that boy can hop. He's got hops, but he's not getting minutes. And this is, I'm just like, okay, Coach Ham, what's going on? Why is he not getting minutes? Because
But he was one of our better players.
that's when I would be like, you know what? Troy Brown, you chill, or we're gonna give you low minutes. And that. Let me see what Lonnie Walker's saying because he was actually quite decent. He was good. He shots, attacking the basket, defending the perimeter better. Because really and truly, as long as inside you have LeBron and AD, they can both hold it on inside in the post. This is about wing plays. And I guess in terms of length, it'll make sense. But I'm just like, he's not getting no minutes though, Lonnie Walker. And
Zero, bro.
I'm just kind of rattled by that. Like, maybe Dennis Schroeder doesn't have to. But let's see. Well, actually, he's quite key to be fair. So
No, Schroeder, I get.
yeah, Schroeder,
Like,
yeah.
but
But I don't
Lonnie
understand
Walker, I
why
have
Lonnie
no idea
Walker
why
is-
he's not getting minutes. I think that's one for Darwin, fam. He gets Darwin when he does something right, and it's still Darwin in my opinion.
bro.
But-
He's moving a bit nuts. So, but we gotta see, man. Like,
I think it's good. I can't lie. From where I was a few weeks ago to where I am now, coming
Big
to the end of the
difference.
season, I'll take this. It's not about where you start. It's about where you finish, and that's what I've been telling people. Once all those trades were done, I was optimistic. I knew we could make the play-in at a minimum, and it's good to see that we're in a position now where we can possibly make the playoffs without having to make the play-in. So, big up the team, onwards and upwards, and shout me when someone beats these man in 5, innit? Because it ain't happening. Lakers in 5, innit? I said it.
I said 5.
I said it again.
Lakers in 5. Okay, no, that's fine. Just before we get on to end of season predictions and matchups and seedings and such, the NCAA championship basketball, like, okay, so watching the men's game was a bit dry.
I know it's because it was after the women's game.
And the thing is, it was just dry though. Like, congrats to UConn for obviously securing. Now they got 5 of them things. Kemba Walker's in attendance along with some others from UConn. So it was cool. It was dry, but the women's game was much better.
Much better.
It was live. The drama, the trash talk,
Yeah, the
everything.
hype, the
It was
build
just-
up.
and it was actually like it was literally just good basketball to see, man. So
Really, like, good basketball to see. And
LSU.
yeah, can't see me.
Even that was so dumb, like the backlash of all that. But I'm happy the way they've both kind of approached it with Caitlin Clark and Reese as well. So they've both, held their own about it. So
Yeah, I just think that this media, and I don't understand agendas because there's a lot within media. You all understand there's agendas to be built, but come on, like it's part of the game. Like, if anyone's played pickup basketball, trash talking is the norm. Like, her doing all of that,
100%.
cool. People might say, "Oh, she's violating," bro. It's just trash talking. Like, I get it. It's classed. Who cares? She's won, bro.
My thing is that
Like, she did it before.
that's the thing, and nobody was saying
Like,
anything.
Caitlin Clark did it before.
She was doing it before in the Elite 8.
Like, she was violating people by saying,
She
guard
was-
them. No,
she
don't worry
was
about
violating,
that. No, man, I don't
and
need to
then-
guard you.
No issue.
See that she's doing like, raw, what?
So then
That's
Reese
hard.
does
Reese
now
does
is
the
like-
same thing. She's probably doing it as a back. Like, raw,
Yeah,
you're
she
doing that
always-
to someone,
yeah.
I'll do that to you.
Yeah, that's it. And the thing is, Caitlin Clark didn't even react on the mad thing. She firmed it because she's like, you know what? I'm competitors. Stuff happens. Like, yeah, you have to be able to throw trash. You have to take it as well the
you
same
gotta
way.
dish it, bro. Like if you're gonna dish it out, you got to be able to hold it when it comes to you. And it's life. Like end of the day, look, it was a great game. We all knew deep down that Iowa State won't like you just look at the difference in like LSU have ballers all around.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them are ready WNBA players, and you're seeing a level of like women's basketball, especially in college, that is improving each and every year. And I
Honestly,
think the
it's
college
really
program,
good to
it's
see.
great to see because where women's basketball is transcending to, there is some ridiculously talented young girls, and it's good to see they now have a pathway to playing basketball. A lot of them before might be good or great at basketball, but it's like the WNBA is not really there. It's not really got that. Do I think I can make enough from it? Can I make a career living out of it? But now, bro, I was seeing some stats alone from that game. That game had more average numbers than like what was it? Any MLS game that's ever been shown.
Bruh.
Any that's ever been broadcasted. They had like the NBA finals last year. Any All-Star game since like of all baseball, NFL, NBA since like 2010. Like it was like every final, like the baseball finals, everything, the MLB final, whatever it's World Series, all the finals it had, it just average numbers. It just shows what people can do, like the eyes you can get. Like, I had people shout at me saying, "Yo, I want to watch." I'm like, "You don't even watch basketball."
That's what I'm
what
saying.
do you mean?
Nah, it was
Trying to ask me about
good,
links and where I can watch this game. I'm like, "You don't watch basketball." It's like girls, isn't it? It's like it's good for them to
man.
to watch it like that. So yeah, big up them, man. Big up them.
100, man. NCAA, it was some good basketball. Congrats to UConn and LSU. I know Anjarisa and what's her cousin. They both won. Can't remember what's the cousin's
Yeah,
name.
her and her cousin.
Right,
Yeah.
championships in my family. Yeah.
You're getting paid, man.
Now on to the juice. Okay.
Juice.
So end of the season. There's 2 games left.
2 games.
So what we're gonna do, we'll just quickly go through to see where we think where the seeding is gonna be. And then with the current seedings that we see and how they'll match up, we'll do predictions for the playoff matchups. So what I want to do, I want to go with playoffs because I want to bring it up. I want to bring up the matches, but if we go with the seeding first. So right now, okay, for the West as it stands right now, let's go West. So right now, let's start at the bottom of the pile. 10th seed, who makes it?
Bro, it's
Because we got Mavs are fighting for their lives, and OKC, which I think is they're on a 3-game losing streak, but I think is a waste of time for them to even be in that 10th seed person.
No, thing is, like, I think next week will be good to do a mini season review on the teams that aren't in the playoffs. I think by
100%.
this time next week, the playing game should be done. So the Thunder have had an outstanding season.
Yeah.
Like, you have to think about it. The season started. The biggest headline was the fact that their number 2 pick, Chet Holmgren, was out for the season because he was playing a pickup game against LeBron and da-da-da-da. That's how they came in. So you're seeing where they've got now. It's not just SGA transcending into an NBA All-Star level player, but you're seeing like Jalen Williams, you're seeing Josh Giddey really transform into an NBA level point guard that can get his own triple doubles, points, everything. He's a complete young point guard that will only get better. You're seeing Lewis Dort do his thing defensively, but also add more offensive points to his game. And it's just their all-round young roster is starting to shine, and they've still got picks. So for me, credit to them, but the Mavs will be the 10th seed. I think they've lost 3-game losing streaks, not good going into your last 2.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a bit.
OKC's last 2 games, and
I would like to see. I mean, if they had the Mavs, that would be absolutely insane. That would be like.
So they've got the Jazz and the Grizzlies. And the Jazz, they've got hella players that are out. Like what? Laurie Marketing's out, Colin Sexton's
Kessler's out.
Kessler-
Kessler's out
yeah.
for the season. Yeah.
So that game might be for Thunder for the taking. The Jazz might just be like, yeah, F you, Dallas. That's how they're coming on. I don't like it, but right in it. They've got having the Jazz next. I say they win that one. Grizzlies, I say Grizzlies, they don't even care because whether they win or lose, they still got whatever locked up. They got their season locked up. So I think, if the Mavs aren't careful, I think OKC will get that 10th seed. You know.
Wait. So
the
wait.
Jazz,
You're calling. Let me make sure I get this on the camera. So you're saying.
I just said if the Mavs aren't careful in it, OKC can get.
But
that
you
10th
ain't
seed.
got time to be saying if they ain't careful, bro. There's 2 games left.
Okay,
Who are you going for?
Okay,
Next on the line, bro.
All right, hold on. I want to see where the Bulls are because they've got the Bulls for one as well. Yeah, the Magic got eliminated, so the Bulls, whether they win or lose, they're still in the play-in. That's dangerous then because, bro. Okay, so the Mavericks have the Chicago Bulls and the San Antonio Spurs as the last 2 games. They could win both. They can win both.
Oh, easily.
Easily win both. OKC, I think they'll lose against the Grizzlies. They'll probably win against Utah Jazz, but they'll lose against the Grizzlies. So
That Bulls game is big though.
yeah, but desperation in it. They're gonna make. Yeah, I think the Mavs will get a 10th seed as well, man. I don't. Me personally, it is a waste of time to see OKC in the playoffs. Waste of time. Because I don't see them winning 2 games for the play-in to get 8th seed. And even if they did first round, and I think it'll be a boring series, besides SGA and Giddy, it's just going to be a boring series. You might as well just chill, bake off, get Chet ready for next season, then make a push. Mavs they have to make it. Like,
that would be mad. Luka versus Jokic.
bro, because you have to understand in deep here that the fact that they was about the 4th, 5th seed, and they dropped all the way to 11th. That's madness. Like, they've just been losing. And because they can't stop no one, they can outscore, but you ain't stopping no one. That's the annoying thing. But I think now the Mavs will get 10th seed, man. They have to, bro. Yeah, I'm going for Mavs to the 10th seed.
I mean, yeah, me is Mavs. I think they'll eke it out over the remaining games, and then that's when it comes down to, because I do believe the Lakers and the Pelicans will both finish 7th and 8th. I'm not sure what way round. Well, we'll go up in it, but I just believe it will be the Mavs and the Timberwolves. So out of those, out of those 2, who wins that first play-in series, that would be.
So if we go Mavs and Timberwolves, because obviously loser goes home, winner faces the loser of the. Okay, so. Ooh.
I'm still saying Mavs, you know. Because the thing is,
you know what? I'm gonna also say Mavs. Only reason why is because I think Timberwolves. I think Anthony Edwards will show up.
Hondo.
Questionable about Karl Anthony Towns. Because he might have he's very, up and down. And I don't rate Rudy Gobert at all. So
you can't be saying this, bro. Rudy Gobert is a baller, bro. Like, he's an NBA baller. He's certain in what he does, fam. He's not.
I don't rate him at all. So I think Edwards will do as much as he can, but I think the Mavs will win that. And then they'll go on to face the Pelicans, because I think the Lakers will win that game.
So then let's just say sympathetically, so we've just clarified that the Mavericks will finish the 10th seed.
Yep.
We'll face Timberwolves in the first play-in of the 9th, 10th.
Yep.
Mavericks will beat the Timberwolves.
Yep.
And then we'll go on to face the Pelicans, as the Lakers will lose. The Lakers will defeat the Pelicans.
Yeah.
And you're saying the Mavs will beat the Pelicans again. It's a lot of winning streaks.
No,
These man
I think when it gets to now, the Mavs and the Pelicans, I think the Pelicans are taking it. I can't lie.
Do you reckon?
Defo, bro. The roster, like, this is without Zion as well.
I think this needs to be addressed before we move on, though, because it's getting out of hand.
What, Zion?
I can't remember the stat, but I think he has missed 46% of the games he's been available
Let
for.
the boy rest, dog.
No, it's getting out of hand. Like, listen.
Let the boy
No,
rest,
no,
dog.
it's not about letting him rest. Letting him rest. No, this one you've got to get me, Rods. It's not about letting him rest.
Let the boy
Listen.
rest, dog.
Yeah, this Zion Williamson guy. You are an NBA All-Star if you play enough games. When you were fit, you made the Pelicans the number 1 seed. As the season started, they were my dark horse. They were the team I said, do not be surprised if healthy, this team are in the NBA Finals. It's what I said. I called it. Thing is, I was right when these men were fit. But BI's come back after being not healthy for half the season. Zion, what's going on, bro? Like, if he's fit, this team are a serious problem in the West. Serious. But, like, to me, you're doing all of this. You're going to get the... Let's say they beat the Mavericks, get their 8th seed, go and face the Nuggets. You're back to square one. This time last year, you were saying, them against the Suns. Zion's still unhealthy. He's unwell. Cool. Next year, if they'll give them a good 6-game series, which they did, respectable. Then next year we go again with Zion being healthy. We can keep going. Big man, we're in the same position a whole year later, bro. So it's like, cool, you're facing the Nuggets, not the Suns this year, but you're not beating the Nuggets, bro. With Zion there, you're beating the Nuggets, bro. Without Zion, you're not winning. So you're back to the same, BI will ball out. He'll put his and we'll take it to 6 games. But it can't keep getting this because man's careers are getting wasted. Man's time is getting wasted. There's only so much time you can keep buying into this process, keep saying, I'll wait another season up. Because what is the guarantee? There's no guarantee this brother will be fit, bro, and he needs to pattern up. Like, I don't understand how we are literally going into the playoffs on Monday and you are nowhere to be seen again.
I think he just needs to, because when he first came back, he looked more trim. So I think he just needs to, I don't know what is the best weight for him to be as athletic and not have a strain on his leg, because he's hamstring and then he suffered a setback. So Zion's got some things to fix up, and that one will leave depending on where the Pelicans get to. We'll talk about that. But the Mavs and the Pelicans, I definitely see there's a lot going on at the Pelicans, man. CJ, B.I., Herb Jones, Trey Murphy. There's just so much going on over there where...
Remember, this is a one-off game, not a series.
Exactly, that's the thing. It's a that's what is... Because it being a one-off game, like, okay, I can expect Karen Luka to give me something. But then, Tim Hardaway Jr., what's going to happen there? Christian Wood, what's going to happen there? Kleber, what's going to happen there? I'm not sure. Whereas I know with the Pelicans, I know what B.I. is going to give me. I know what CJ is going to give me. I know what Trey Murphy is going to give me. I know what Herb Jones is going to give me.
Herb Jones dropped 35 last night.
Bro, three of them dropped 30 plus.
30 plus, yeah. I see Trey Murphy, I think, dropped 30 plus as well.
Yeah, 7-3. So I'm thinking, so for me, it's like, I know that even if it's a basic game from them, I know defensively they're holding their own.
That's true, though.
That's the thing. Defensively, I know for a fact I'm not worried over there with Herb Jones and Trey Murphy defensively. I'm just like, all right, cool, that's calm. And you got Valanciunas that, like, I'm with them. I'm just like, all right, cool. I know defensively will hold their own, and out of all those guys, somebody's gonna be hitting shots. BI's gonna be hitting these nice middies. CJ's he can be streaky from the free. Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, all them guys are going to. Even what's Donny's name again? I forgot his name. Alvarado.
Marshall.
Oh no, is he still with Alvarado?
Yeah.
So even him, he will leave him open. He'll hit shots. So I know all of those guys defensively are going to give me something, and offensively they can all contribute. So this is why I'm like, okay, cool with that. Whereas with the Mavs, their biggest problem is defense. So that means you have to, Kyrie and Luka have to go off.
I think
Have to.
my thing, just going off what you're saying, is I just believe over a 4 to 7 game series, depending on how it swings, as much as it would be nice to see Doncic and Kyrie in the playoffs facing a Jokic, big man, you just know as an actual quality in terms of like basketball in series, it would be better for them against the Pelicans. The Pelicans are a better all-round team.
Yeah, it'll be more of a
Competitive.
It will be more. It's just one of the ones where the thing is, Luka and Kyrie can still do damage. So that's the thing.
They can, but it's just like, to me, you just know like the Nuggets will win because they are a better all-round team. Do you know what I mean? Like with the Pelicans, they'll still win, but the Pelicans are a better playoff team to me, because they're better all-rounded. Like I could look at the Pelicans, like you said, you've got players on offense, on defense that are contributing both. So they will also cause issues, at least not just on the offensive side, but defensively, the Nuggets won't get all of their own. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, to me, cool, Kyrie and Luka will cause crazy amount of problems defensively for the Nuggets. But the Nuggets just know, cool, we'll just go down the other end, we'll score anyway because their defense ain't great. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not, in terms of actual quality of basketball, in terms of how the series will be like done in terms of offense and defense, cool, it might be great. The Mavs might have a lot of offense, but defensively, eventually the Nuggets will get a few stops, and their stops will be enough for them, do you know what I mean, to win games. Whilst the Pelicans, they'll still win, but it'll be tougher.
Fair enough. Yeah. For me, I'm not a believer in Denver, so I think the Mavs can still do it anyway. I think whoever is an 8th seed can get Denver out first round.
This guy, bro, you're not rating them at all. They're 30 team, fam. They're not NBA Finals
Denver
team, in my
are
opinion.
just a glorified Utah Jazz right now, and it's because they have a 2-time MVP. So that's what's
Free time soon.
That's what's really putting them over the edge. But all I'm saying is, boy. So all I'm saying is, certain man need to get to the Western Conference Final, bruv. Certain man have to. Can't be 2-time, possible 3-time MVP and not get to the finals, bruv.
It's a conference final.
Conference final minimum.
I swear he's been there, fam. He's been to the conference finals.
When did the Nuggets get?
Oh, the pressure's getting worse.
When did the Nuggets get to the conference finals? But I said they should get to the finals.
Bro, come on, man.
Conference finals, bro.
That's
3-time MVP.
That's your boy Embiid, man. That's not been to no conference finals.
I'm sure Nuggets did get to conference finals, but maybe it was when it didn't really matter. 2023. Who was that against? Warriors. That was Dallas last season.
No, I'll get it for you. Do not worry. Yeah, 2020 against us. Yeah, against us. Yeah, in the bubble.
Then
that's correct.
Bubble, man.
Thought it was.
But all right, cool. So let's finish off with the West, so we can get through the West. So let's say now, okay, Denver are facing. So do you think? Let's say what? So you think Pelicans will secure the 8th seed?
I think they will.
All right, cool. I think that as well. So let's say Denver versus Pelicans. What's your prediction?
Denver Pelicans. Denver in 5, 6.
6?
Yeah, I'm a 6. I'm gonna say 6. Yeah.
I have Pelicans in 7.
Wait. Pelicans will defeat, without Zion, the Nuggets in 7.
And that's why. Because without Zion, it'll be 7 games. With Zion, it'll be 6.
Make sure this is on camera.
with Zion. If Zion miraculously comes back and plays in that series, if Zion comes back and plays in that series, Pelicans will win in 6 games. If not, which it looks like it won't be, Pelicans will win in 7 games.
So the Pelicans will defeat the Denver Nuggets.
In 7 games.
Damn.
Granted that they are the 8th seed, they'll win in 7 games. Any other team, if it's anyone else, I don't want to see OKC there because that should be a waste of time. That's going to be a sweep. Mavs will be in 5 or 6.
So they'll beat Mavs in 5. Nuggets.
No, I think Nuggets will beat Mavs in 6, purely because of the Mavs' defense. And Minnesota, man, that's a quick 6 game as well, man. That's 6 games too. But if it's Pelicans, they're on the 8th seed. Pelicans in 7.
Say nothing.
All right, cool. So Memphis and Lakers.
You know what? I think.
Got to take that in 5 back here.
I think
This is big, Memphis. 6 games to the champs. You know.
Not last year.
Yeah.
Big Memphis.
6 games. Without Morant being there as well, they killed them.
Yeah, they've done a lot of
6 games. They took the champs
It's been a
to
turbulent
6
season
games.
for the Grizzlies though ever since, hasn't it? It's been a lot of shooting, a lot of distractions.
Morant didn't even play Game 7, did he? He didn't.
No, he wasn't.
Bro, I mean, he didn't play in Game 6. Sorry.
No.
So.
Memphis are
I
good.
swear he did, and he missed. I don't know, but
No, that was a Game 4.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, but Memphis and Lakers. What's your prediction?
I'm taking the boys. We're taking these boys. Lakers will take them. Like we'll take these, man.
How many games?
I think we'll lose the first, win the second, win the third, win the fourth. That's 6.
Yeah, I'd say Lakers in 6 as well.
I say 6. I think we'll win the second game, and then back to back home, we'll each scrape them out. We'll lose away, and then we'll go and win the 6th.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So I'm gonna go off as it stands now for obviously the next 2. So let's go. So Sacramento and Golden State Warriors. Who do you have?
This one
and
is
how
a
many
very
games?
tricky one. Very. Because I think Golden State have it all to beat them.
Andrew Wiggins is coming back as well.
He is. And I would expect Golden State with the experience to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
However, Sacramento Kings can score at an absurd rate.
Like the beam.
Like the beam, bro. I think this is the highest scoring team in NBA history. Is what the stats I've been seeing.
They be scoring, boy.
But they score. They can shoot. They can score in multiple different ways. With the way De'Aaron Fox pushes it, there's a bonus in the post to talking about Keegan Murray off the free. Still not mentioning Malik Monk off the bench. They have got scoring all over. They're a problem. I believe Golden State will do this in 7. I think it will go 7. I think it's a long series.
I'm gonna say Golden State in 6. I think Sacramento have the ability to take away 2 games. Probably at home. I think they'll take their 2 games home because Golden State are terrible.
So you're saying, wait, hold on. Let me make sure I get this on camera. So you're saying that the Golden State will, so they'll go 0-2 because obviously Golden State are the 6th seed, Sacramento are 3rd.
Yeah.
Sacramento win their first 2.
Yeah, just because Golden State have been terrible on the road all season.
True.
Even when Wiggins was there, they just been terrible on the road. So
I think they're sitting at what are we? They are sitting at 9-30. They haven't even had 10 road wins this season.
that's what I'm saying. So
Which is the conference. I mean, it's the 3rd worst away record in the conference after the Rockets and the San Antonio Spurs.
okay, wait, I don't think I see Golden State going down 0-2. That might be a stretch.
It's not
I
because
think
they've won 9
Fair,
away games.
no,
all
fair
season,
enough, yeah.
bro.
But when it comes to postseason, I think they are more inclined. First game they'll lose, but because this is postseason, usually they end up picking it up when off a loss. Like they don't really go 0-2. It's like, okay, cool. they might take the first loss, but then they bounce back. But
Mm.
usually they always throw away. That first game is always kind of in the balance.
As we saw in the finals, isn't it?
Exactly. So, yeah, but I'll still say I'm still gonna say 6 games. For Golden State, they have the experience, man. They can do that, brother. All those guys have been there before. They're fresh off a chip. They know what they need to do to be where they need to be.
I think they've got the best home record in the league. Yes, they do. They've got the best home record in the league because the Bucks are 32-8 at home and the Golden State Warriors are 33-8 at home. But then in terms of away, they've got the third worst away record in the Western Conference. And in the NBA, they are... Let me just quickly go to the East. Yeah, it's the fourth worst record. They literally have... Only in the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons, who are last, have a worse away record than Golden State, which is terrible. They have the fourth worst away record and the best home record. So that I don't know, if you're playing only 3 games, you're asking the team with the fourth worst away record now has to win a road game. This is the reason I think it'll go 7, because I think they'll win 1. And it'll be the last one. Okay. And I think that goes down to inexperience from Sacramento, experience from Golden State. And if that is the series that happens, that's the way I believe it will go.
Okay. And on to the next matchup, which is a very serious one.
Now this one,
Phoenix Suns and Clippers. Who do you have and in how many games?
That's
a 7-game series no matter what.
This is the tie of the round, whole first round in the NBA if this matchup happens. In the entirety of the NBA first round, East and West. We've not gone to East yet. There is nothing that would be more exciting than this. This is box office, popcorn, blockbuster, everything.
Box office. This is a 7-game series no matter what. I don't care.
All day, every day.
7-game series.
With KD coming back.
This is a tough one.
Paul George is back. We'll be back for this.
Paul George, Kawhi,
Russ,
Westbrook,
Chris Paul. It's got everything. It's got the old point guards that were, former dominating point guard, MVP. Then you've got MVP caliber players on each side with MVP and KD. Booker, who's an up and coming star. You've got two of the greatest 2-way players of all time. The Claw. Like, it's crazy. Last time KD was, I think he might have faced a Western team. He faced a team in an opposing conference. It was Kawhi. In the playoffs. When he lost to Toronto. Obviously, he was injured in that, but you know what I mean? There's a lot of storylines. PG, Kawhi, redemption, the Clippers, and the Suns. Can they go back to the heights? Boy.
So for this one,
I don't even know. I do know, actually. I've made my decision.
It's tough. It's very tough, and I hope that this is not the first matchup in it, but if it is, it isn't it. But it's a 7-game series. I'm gonna go for.
I'm Phoenix.
I'm going Clippers.
I think Phoenix will do it.
I'm going Clippers. Yeah, I'm going Clippers. Obviously, you're gonna match up Kawhi and KD, Paul George and Devin Booker, Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook. And I don't think Chris Paul can guard Russell Westbrook at all. Ayton and Zubac. But then Clippers bench as well, because Phoenix's bench is, that bench is...
It is pretty trash, especially since
Damian
the trade.
Lee, Terrence Ross.
Since the trade, it's been peak.
I can't lie, for me, I'm going Clippers. I think Clippers will do it. I think their depth and the Clippers bench is what will pull them through. That bench is going to outscore the Phoenix bench, and that's the tale of this series, is the bench. Because starters can go either way. But that Clippers bench, yeah, man.
But you think because Phoenix have such a weak bench,
it's gonna matter. That second unit really matters because your stars got to rest at some point,
yeah. But then remember playoffs, smaller rotations.
and that's why it's even worse for the Phoenix because their smaller rotations. No matter how small you go, the rotations are arse cheeks, bro. They need all their players. They need everyone. Like what? So they're gonna have what? It literally Terrence Ross is gonna be there, probably Damian Lee. Who else?
Campaign.
God forbid, but Campaign, and you can stop it at that.
That's playing
Dead.
playoffs. Yeah.
Dead. I've got Clippers, man. Clippers in 7. Okay, cool. So the winner of first and 8th will face obviously the winner of that series, or the Clippers series. So let's say, okay, because for you chose
No, it would. So it depends on how it goes, innit? So you always remember it's the winner of the.
Wouldn't first and 8th win the play against the winner of 4th and 5th?
No, not necessarily. It's only set up like that if the Grizzlies. So like if the Grizzlies or Sacramento win their series, then they'll face them. So they're scheduled to face them unless these two miraculously win, if that makes sense.
So let's say
if they don't win, sorry.
So let's say Lakers win.
Exactly, we'll face Denver because we're the lowest ranked team.
Oh wait, so it'll be so basically winner of that is facing winner of
Yeah,
that.
so then but right now obviously because if Golden State and Memphis will win, they'll face each other because they're the two highest ranked teams.
Oh yeah,
or even
yeah.
if
So
either
it'll
of them win.
Yeah, so basically is these two and So okay, you say Denver, so Denver, let's say so
But we have to but the thing is we now need to put logic to it. This is where the logic. So we've just said Lakers.
yeah. So Lakers will face Denver.
So I think it will be Lakers. It depends. It depends because we've called different people.
So let's go with you now. So
my
let's say-
bracket, I've said
so let's say
Denver,
Denver will be facing
Phoenix, Golden State, and the Lakers will be in the second round.
Yeah.
Based off that, Lakers are the lowest ranked team, so they will face Denver.
All right, cool.
And it'll be Phoenix and Golden State.
Okay, so Denver and Lakers.
I think the Lakers are going to the conference finals.
So then you'll think, so how many games would they take to beat Denver?
I think the Lakers would do it in 7. I think it'll be a mad long series. I think it'll take everything.
Okay, so
I think
going off your bracket, I'll pick the Lakers to do it in 6.
in 6. I think the Nuggets would be very difficult. Supremely difficult in our bracket. To be based off the fact we'd have to defend at a high level to stop MPJ. Caldwell Pope would be coming back, which is a big story. Obviously, Jamal Murray, and then just Jokic doing what he does.
I think you'll be fine because the Nuggets don't play at a super fast pace.
They don't, but they
And
don't need
Jokic
to.
yeah, but the thing is that works in Lakers' favor because they don't have to play keep up. They can set themselves. AD can set himself. They can set themselves in a better way. I think going by your bracket, I'll pick Lakers to do it in 6. Lakers to do it in 6, and then have Jokic resend all his MVPs.
Damn. Man said, hand them to the GOAT. Hand me down, bro.
And you said Denver in 7, and then so going by your bracket, Phoenix and Golden State.
Now this would be so blockbuster, my mind couldn't even handle it. KD going back to the obviously the Oracle, going back to Golden State in the playoff series, insanity. I think again it's tough because Golden State to me are champs. I just think KD and Devin Booker is a serious problem. Like I think the Suns will do it.
Yeah, I think Suns in 7.
I just think the Suns could go all the way to the NBA Finals. I think the Suns, going off my bracket, the Suns could really go all the way to the finals.
Yeah.
I think they could beat us as well.
So I think so Suns as well. So then that means in the Western Conference Final, by your bracket, it will be the Phoenix Suns versus the LA Lakers.
KD versus LeBron.
So out of that now, what's your prediction?
Logic, obviously the bias in me says Lakers in 5. Duh.
You would never win that in 5.
Lakers in 5. Come on, but it's tough because you're looking at like the greatest player of all time
Versus one of the greatest scorers.
against arguably the greatest scorer of all time, and it's not just that. It's what AD can do to Ayton. It's what Devin Booker can do to us on the perimeter, just in general, what he can do. CP3, D'Lo. It's a lot of different matchups that will make it a very interesting series. I just think there's two sides to it, though. You touched on the bench units. I actually believe our bench is stronger than theirs. I think we've got having Ray off the bench, having Malik Beasley who can go hot sometimes. We've still got Schroeder, who's very productive off the bench. If he bloody decides to give Lonnie Walker minutes, Lonnie Walker off the bench. And then obviously if eventually, hopefully Mo Bamba's back by then it would be Mo Bamba being that fill-in centre instead of Wenyon. So there is options. There are options that we've got over theirs, and then obviously the starting 5 would rotate quite heavily. Yeah. I wouldn't surprise me if you go win that though. I think if it did get to 7 to me it could swing. I would like to say Phoenix at the minute, but when you're breaking it down, I could see us getting there. You know.
Be you, bro. Be you. So what, you got Lakers in 7?
I would go. It sounds mad deluded, but when I'm breaking it down, bench scoring wise,
bro, do you, bro? If that's what you feel,
you go to the finals, baby. I'm gonna say I'm gonna feel it. I feel it. I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying. I'm going to the finals, baby.
For me, I think. I pick Phoenix.
So that's I would no Lakers in the finals would be crazy. I don't know.
I'd pick Phoenix. Go by your bracket. I'd pick Phoenix. I think they do it in. I want to say 6 games, but their bench concerns me. Where I feel like it'll take it to 7 games. So. Yeah, but then and Chris Paul as well, man. I don't really believe in him anymore, man. I'll still go. I think Phoenix will win that in. I think Phoenix will win it in 7 games. I'll say Phoenix in 7. Yeah, Phoenix 7 games. Yeah. So for me, I'll have Phoenix in the finals, and you'll have Lakers in the finals.
That's off my bracket. Now we need to complete yours.
So off mine, obviously, Denver and Pelicans. I pick Pelicans to do it in 7.
You pick Clippers.
And then I pick Clippers. I pick Golden State and Lakers.
Yeah.
So then, with that being said, who would Denver face then?
No, Denver. You mean Pelicans?
I mean Pelicans. Yeah. Who would Pelicans face?
So the highest ranked team in that would actually be the Clippers. The Clippers would face
Pelicans.
Yes, that's correct. Clippers will face Pelicans.
And then
Golden State will face the Lakers.
So with that, Clippers and Pelicans.
Clippers are the 5th seed, would be the highest. Man said 1 to 4 are knocked out.
I'd pick Clippers to win in 6 games.
So Clippers will play who again?
Pelicans.
Okay.
So I'll put Clippers to win in 6 games. How about you?
Yeah.
Within 6? Cool.
I think maybe 5, but yeah, 6 could be correct, yeah.
Lakers and Golden State. Yay.
No, that's a. I think Golden State would win.
I think Golden State
just solely
in 7
off
games,
the fact that
they're gonna make more shots,
especially 3-point shots.
Yeah, I'll put Golden State in 7. So meaning the Western Conference Final there would be Clippers and Golden State. And for that, I'd pick Clippers to win in 7 games. I think that would be 7 games. Okay, cool. Let's go over to the East side. Can't lie. East side for the playing. Me not have that.
I lie.
I
So 9th and 10th.
for me, I think that playing series between Toronto and Chicago win. So I'll say Chicago win, go 9th. Miami and Atlanta, I think Miami will win.
Yeah.
So then Miami will go 7th seed, and I think Atlanta will beat Chicago Bulls for the 8th seed. I don't want to see the Chicago Bulls in the 8th seed and have a repeat of last year. So
I just think,
I think
to me, like the East is peak because the West there isn't such big gap in terms of the quality in the. If it was to be the Pelicans, because we've discussed about OKC, Minnesota, how that wouldn't be a great series, but I think none of these 4 teams in the play-in could do anything
at all
to beat Milwaukee and Boston to finish 7th and 8th. There's literally no point. Like none of these 4 will do anything. There's not even a debate where I could convince myself into saying
at all. No,
any of these 4 teams could beat Milwaukee and Boston. Whatever combination it fills up, and Chicago will definitely be the 10th seed. Right now, it's just a scramble between Toronto and Atlanta because Miami are definitely the 7th. So it's just about Toronto and Atlanta for that 9th, 8th and 9th.
Yeah, I think Atlanta will hold on to the 8th. But yeah, I think 8th seed will go Atlanta and 7th seed will be Miami. Do you agree?
Yeah. I'm just checking the
What games?
Oh, damn.
76 and Celtics as the last. Oh,
damn.
And
but,
who? Let me see.
and you know Embiid is going to ball out, bro, because he's going for the MVP. So that game on Saturday against the 76ers is a write-off.
Okay, let me see who the Raptors got. Who the Raptors last 2 games? Raptors got the Celtics and the Bucks.
What? Damn.
They're getting cooked by both.
No, the thing is, I don't think the
Bucks.
Bucks will play. I think the Bucks will rest everyone.
Even so.
I think same to the Celtics. So you see, they did it yesterday against Chicago. They rested Giannis, they rested Bearman, and then they still beat Chicago.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
I think both teams take 2 L's and stay the same.
Yeah,
we keep it the same. They both get finished, bro.
That is hilarious.
Okay, cool. So Milwaukee and Atlanta. I've got Milwaukee winning in 5 games. No. Yes, no. Milwaukee winning in 5 games.
I think that's a sweep.
I was gonna say sweep, but I'm also thinking Trae Young was able to take that Milwaukee Bucks team, that the championship team that was fit perfectly. Yeah, they was able to take them to 6 games.
I think, but they are in such a dismissive fashion. I think compared to then when it was like their first season, I think what they are, where they are right now, there's no time wasting with Atlanta. I don't think Atlanta even have.
I think it would just be only because
it'll be lucky to see
Murray and Trae. They're gonna be able to take 1 game.
I don't think so. The thing is, it'll be lucky if a game is under 2 points. That's how much I think this series will be absolutely dominant. If the game finishes in Milwaukee face Atlanta, and if any game is decided by less than 2 points, shout me.
All right, cool.
In terms of Milwaukee will batter them.
All right, calm. So Milwaukee will win.
All right, we need to establish though. So what did we just say? Can't wait to start this again. Toronto, Chicago win.
Chicago. So I basically assume where Miami will win against Atlanta, go 7th seed, and Atlanta will beat Chicago, who wins, and then go to the 8th seed.
That's fine.
And then Milwaukee will win that series against Atlanta.
Cool.
And then so should we go down the list or go from bottom?
We'll do Boston, innit?
So yeah, Boston versus Miami. Boston will take that in 6 games.
5.
Fair enough.
I
still think
5.
sometimes they're a bit. I'm sorry, but I can never count out on player Jimmy. He's always able to do something, man. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'll say Boston in 6. But we both have Boston winning. Cleveland and New York.
Now this is a very interesting series because this series will happen.
Yeah. That's
It's
literally
set.
set in stone.
There is nothing else that can change between now and the end of the season. They're both in the playoffs.
Yep.
Both teams can't catch their remaining opponents, and essentially that really. So this is one we can actually talk about in terms of being a series that is completed. For me personally, where I sit with this series, I mean, I think Cleveland are they're very, very, very well-rounded team on both ends of the floor. They are led by Donovan Mitchell scored 40 plus points in 5 straight games. He's on a ridiculous offensive tear. And then you've got defensively the likes of Mobley, obviously, Garland and Okoro, and they've got pieces all over.
Yeah.
And I think they are a very, very tricky opposition to New York. And I think New York are coming into this series in a bit of bad form. There's questions about Julius Randle, his health, because without Julius Randle, it is a bit worrying. I mean, obviously, I said come into a bit of bad form. The Knicks have won their last 5, so ignore me.
Fair
but
enough.
I am being honest in terms of where my assessment without Julius Randle with them would be. I don't think they'll be able to beat Cleveland in over 7 games. I think if Randle comes back, they can get Bronson cooking. They can really get, I know, quickly stepped up. A lot of players have really come into their aim. Cool. But I think Cavs in, without Randle, 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Cavs in 5. Without Randle. With Randle, it might go 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Cavs in 6. I think New York will take 2 games. Jalen Brunson, man, he's been on the tear. I don't, like I say, Julius Randle questionable, but he'll probably force it and he'll be back. But yeah, whether he's there or not, I think he'll just be up. Yeah, 6 games, man. Cleveland in 6 games. Defensively, it's gonna be techie as well, especially with Mobley and Jarrett Allen, man. It's just problems. And then Donovan Mitchell, he's definitely gonna want to embarrass New York with all those talks because he was supposed to be there. Garland is too shifty, quick, everything here. And we're gonna have flipping. Yeah, I can't lie. Yeah,
Let's not Allen, bro. That was the guy I was thinking defensively.
Let's not play any games here. Cleveland in 6, man. And I actually said to our guest last week, Soji, that if New York win that series, I will come on the pod and sing an apology. Yeah, I said if New York win, I will come on the pod and sing an apology to New York. I'll actually sing. But I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about that, man. Man, think about the old days. They're the old days.
The old days. They ain't happening.
Yeah, so yeah, Cavs for me in 6, man. Next series then, Philly and Brooklyn. This one,
I'll be honest, this is straightforward for me.
I don't think it's a sweep.
It's 5. It's 5. It's a 5-game series. Philly will win in 5. I think the Brooklyn Bridges will go out, and
man,
that is such a hard celebration.
Man. Hey, do you know what that means? I'll take 1 game of Philly. No, I'll take 2 games of Philly. You know what I mean? That's what he's on.
He's deep. That celebration is hard, and I love the way he's been balling up. Big props to him. Yeah, we'll be interested to see how he can continue this time next year in terms of like starting and getting those correct minutes. But yeah, big up him. In terms of the series, 76ers for me in 5. Okay. I think Brooklyn will get 1. One more than they had last year. And it's just questionable to see what team he'll be supporting.
Yeah, man. Next season, off-season about to be Brady for me.
And said free agency.
Yeah, Philly will win the series. I'm trying to think. I want to say 5 games. I definitely want to say 5 games. But there's one consistent thing James Harden in the playoffs is a bit crinkle, crankle.
You'll have Embiid MVP then.
Embiid will be there. Tyrese Maxey. I'm gonna say Philly in 6. Can't lie.
Brooklyn will get 2.
Yeah, man. Defensive look. Claxton's there. Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Yeah, they've got a team full of full of wings. Team full of wings. So Claxton Defensive Player of the Year. Obviously, Finney Smith. He's just another body, being honest. But then having Bridges and Cam Johnson, like 2 good 2-way players as well. Dinwiddie as well. He's been there. He's about. And they got a decent bench, Seth Curry, Joe Harris. I think they can be able to squeeze another game, man. Like, yeah, I think it's one of the ones where they'll win a home game. Where it's okay, cool. Maybe Embiid was a bit rusty, or just missing a few shots that game. But the reason why they'll take another game is because James Harden will disappear. Maxey will be okay. Embiid will be all right, but they'll need James Harden to really not that they need him to ice the game, but there'll be moments, but he'll just be bare. I don't know about him, man. James Harden sometimes raises too many questions in the postseason, so that's why I say Philly in 6, man.
All right, cool.
Philly in 6. Okay, so with that being said, Milwaukee will face Boston? Cleveland, sorry, yeah. So Milwaukee will face Cleveland. So
I think we're in agreement so far, which is
good,
everything's
in agreement. Yeah, because the East is but so Milwaukee versus Cleveland. My prediction for that,
Bucks in 6.
Yeah, I think Bucks in 6. Cavs defo have the talent to. Oh, they do have the talent. Do you know what? Yeah, I was gonna say because of Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley, but this Giannis guy, with them two being there, he still dominates, bro. He's this
an absolute ridiculous freak of nature, bro.
And then even on the other end, you have Giannis in the post and Brook Lopez, who's probably gonna win Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, I'll say Milwaukee in 6, man. Milwaukee in 6.
I think so.
Milwaukee in 6, cool. And Philly and Boston. I'll be real. It does. I know people are like, oh, this is.
It sounds better than it is. In reality.
Yeah, but for me, I think Celtics in 7.
I think Celtics in 6. I don't even think Celtics will let it get 7. I think I'm gonna record this because I think this will happen. I don't think Celtics will get in 7.
Yeah.
I think Celtics 6. But 7, I don't think they'll need to. I think they're too good of a team this season. I think their only threat in the entirety of the Eastern Conference is the Bucks. I think them and the Bucks are so much more. They've got a step ahead of even Philly, and I think Philly are a bit of a step ahead of Cleveland, who are a bit of a step ahead of New York, and then there's a couple others that are catching up. Those two are in a league of their own.
You know what? I'm gonna. I really want to. No, let me not play around. Yeah, no, Philly in 6. I'm sorry, not Philly. Boston Celtics in 6. Philly will definitely take. Philly, obviously, Boston will win both their home games. Philly will win both of them, and then Boston will just nip in the bud after that, man.
No, I think it'll be Boston win 2, Philly win 1, Boston win the third, go 3-1 up. Philly save face 3-2, 4-2. Done.
Fair dues. So that means the Eastern Conference Final, which everyone kind of basically expects, is Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics. And for me, again, similar to the Phoenix and the Clippers, that game's going 7.
Oh, 100%. That series, without a doubt, will be going 7 series.
And yeah, because especially even though they took the Celtics to 7 last season without Chris Middleton, but this time is the fact that Celtics, they've improved in terms of the skills they needed with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and adding Brogdon as well kind of changes things. which is why it's different. If they had the same exact team, I'll say Milwaukee in 6. But because of all the additions and everything, I'm going to say this is a 7-game series. But for me, ultimately, no matter what and who stands in their way, the Bucks will be in the NBA Finals. 7 games. I don't think nobody in the East. I know Celtics is the best chance to get to be able to stop the Bucks, but for me personally, I don't think no one's going to be able to stop the Bucks. No matter what it takes, I think no matter what, they're going to the NBA Finals. That will be their only 7-game series.
I agree.
Literally.
That will be their hardest opponent. Even over the NBA Finals opponent.
Because, I think every other series they'll win in 5 games besides Cleveland, just because of the skill set of Cleveland, they'll be able to fight.
I think it's Mitchell. Mitchell will nick a couple.
But, I think, the only 7-game series that I have is against Celtics, and I think Milwaukee Bucks will win in 7 and get to the conference finals.
I mean, I completely agree with the entirety of that bracket.
Yeah.
It's now down to the NBA winner.
Finals.
He takes the championship. So in my bracket, we had...
You had the Lakers in the finals.
Somehow.
And
a part of me does believe it will be Phoenix if those two were to meet, but my heart just wants the Lakers to do it. So I'm going to go with my heart because I want the boys. If we face Phoenix, I don't want to see that Devin Booker guy there, bro. I can't stand him.
And I had the Clippers.
Yeah, Clippers.
So we'll go your bracket, Milwaukee Bucks against the Lakers. For me,
Bucks in 6.
I'm gonna say 7. I'm gonna say the reason why I'm gonna say Bucks in 7 is because 100% solid team, best team in the NBA. But I'm also gonna say this is gonna, like, if the Lakers somehow do make it to the finals to face the Bucks, this is gonna be LeBron's chance at getting the 5th ring in year 20. That's gonna put him on a huge level, because to win a ring at year 20 and be one of the, or if not the main guy in that team doing it and not being carried. And then in that game, I think AD is actually gonna, I don't have a question about AD. I think the first 4 games you're gonna see get the best of him. It's after that where I'm like, okay, what is he gonna have left?
Because the thing about AD,
he might get beaten up, bro.
Remember, I've spoken about us having to go. So obviously, win a game against the Pelicans to get there. We face Memphis. I think I said 6. We then go and face Golden State, if I'm right. Did I say? No, who's in mine?
It was you. I think that was
Denver.
You.
Denver, sorry. So we'll face Denver. I said Denver in 6 or 7. To then face the Suns, which I think would be in 7. We're coming in tired, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they're coming in, the Bucks, I said sweep in their first round. Second round against Cleveland, I said max 6 games. Boston, cool, we're both coming in 7-game series, innit? Yeah. But they've played automatically about 4 games less than we have. AD can't do back-to-backs in the NBA, bro. By the time it gets to the NBA Finals, you're right, in 4 games, cool. Bro, by game 5, 6, this guy's finished because we have played game upon game upon game. And can his health even take that?
Do you know what? The thing that's going to be sad as well, which is going to hurt the most, is that LeBron's going to play great. And he's going to do everything that he can and will do to what he can do to win. But he's going to fall down on AD. And after 4 games, I don't know if I can trust AD to pull over the hump. Because, his health, man. His health. So, that's what I'm saying. Bucks in 7. But at least the Lakers will go down swinging.
What about your bracket? You had the Clippers.
The Clippers, oh.
I think Bucks in 6. I think that...
No. That would be a 7-game series.
I don't think the Bucks take the Clippers or the Lakers to 7, man.
Bro,
If either front, I think they brush them in 6,
not
man.
the Clippers, man. That's going to be 7 games, bro.
I think the only 7-game series we see is if Phoenix they haven't got the squad.
Bro, look,
It's the Bucks.
Clippers getting to finals against the Bucks is a 7-game series, bro. End of the day, Kawhi, especially in the postseason, he knows no matter who's in front of him, he just does a good job. Even if that means Giannis not scoring 35 plus, even if Giannis is on like 25, that's still 5 to 10 points less. And I think they both have starting is very good because they've got Kawhi and Giannis. Yeah. You got Paul George, and to be honest, I even think it'll be Paul George and Drew. I think Paul George will even guard Drew Holiday, but maybe Middleton, depends. Let's say Paul George, Middleton, Westbrook.
It seems
Drew.
like it would probably.
I think it'll probably be more Drew, and then Westbrook would take Middleton because Middleton's not fully in himself. But then either way, that's gonna be cool. Brook Lopez is an issue as well.
I think it's in terms of matchups, there are some interesting ones.
Brook
Lopez. I think he's not even Zubac. I just think
he will bully Zubac, and then even if he tries to put Batum out there to guard him out there, that's still he's gonna take him in a put. Yeah,
I just worry if that series was to happen. I worry severely about the interior presence.
Yeah,
severely. What Brook Lopez will do, what Bobby Portis will do off the bench, what Giannis will do to Zubac alone is curtains. Because they are, as we all know, the Clippers are a wing team. They're not built to be an interior defensive team. So if they're facing possibly the best interior defensive team, probably outside of the Lakers, but a team that are so dominant in that area, because to me, they've got the best player in the paint in the league. I think it's Giannis and LeBron are two of the best players in the paint in the league. And then they've got players that dominate consistently in Brook Lopez, defensively with the most ridiculous amount of blocks, and offensively with what he does. And likewise with Portis, and it would be a long day.
Yeah, I think this finals will still go 7 games, but I will give it to Milwaukee Bucks. I'll give it to Milwaukee Bucks in 7.
So we're both in agreement that the Bucks will be NBA champions.
Yeah. Hear this. Yeah. Not only will the Bucks be NBA champions.
Do you want me to get my... Okay, this is...
Bro, yeah, put this on record.
This is you making predictions and...
This is on record. All right, hear this. Not only will the Bucks be NBA champions this year, but they're going to go back to back. Yeah. They'll go back to back.
They're winning it this
year and next year.
Damn.
They're going to go back to back. Giannis is going to be on 3 rings. Because I think they can beat any team. I think they can beat every single team in the NBA in the playoff series.
That's a crazy true stat.
Because
absolutely insanely true.
Because you put them against Philly, they're still going to win 6 games. Even if it's Phoenix, the only reason why I would say 7, because KD, like the only team that could probably get it done against the Bucks is Phoenix, and that's with KD having the performance like he had against them when they won the chip that year. Having that sort of playoff run, which he's capable of, but I think the Milwaukee Bucks win it this year and win next year as well. They go back to back, man. They go back to back, man. Mic drop. Yeah. Straight.
Okay.
That's what I think, man. That's what I think, but
it's not wild because I still believe, like when they won it, they were obviously the best team in the NBA. To me, they were still the best team in the NBA last season. I think if Middleton was there, being healthy, they would have won that game 7. and they would have beaten Golden State.
They would have whipped Golden State.
Like that Golden State and them would have been quite unfair because what Drew can do on the perimeter to kind of slow down that 3-point barrage that Golden State do is just the opposite end of what would go in that interior presence. We spoke about Clippers not being a great interior presence team. At least they've got Zubac. I mean, Golden State would be absolutely collapsed. Like, it would be peak.
Yeah, 100%. Boy,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
But yeah, guys, that is our predictions for this postseason.
Yeah.
Let us know what your predictions are in the comments, messages, everything, because we would like to read out what everyone's predictions would be.
Quick disclaimer, don't want to cut you off, but if we win, if any of our brackets are correct, you owe us money, because if you go and see this bracket and you man go and put money on it, the money's ours. Yeah, remember this. We're taking tax and we're taking donations of a 99.9%. So yeah, man. That's our predictions. Let us know what your thoughts are. If you agree with us, then cool. If you disagree, please let us know why and make a better bracket. Yeah, that's a challenge. The best a bracket that is equally as good. Yeah. You got a seat here, innit? You got a seat here, man. But as I always say, guys, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you turn on post notifications. Follow us on all socials at Take It to the Pod on Twitter, at Take It to the Podcast on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. Everywhere we are, everywhere we go, we be there, you know. Yeah, man, keep rocking with us. And yeah, we got some stuff with the postseason that'll be rolling your way. We'll probably do some watch-alongs if we can. Hopefully, we should be able to. We probably will. Always aim to do it anyway. So we'll get some watch-alongs in. And yeah, man, any sort of any link-ups in terms of the postseason and stuff, let us know. We can get something going. You know what I mean? The crowd is us. You are the crowd. Get me.
Trying to merge in.
Get me.
Yeah, as Jules always says before he takes us out.
Over and out, baby. Happy Easter, baby.
Let's go.